Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to do a review on the Owlet Smart Sock 2. So we used the Owlet for our son from about the time he was 2 weeks old until he was 13 months old, and overall was super happy with it. There are several pieces that come with your Smart Sock. So you're going to get several different sizes of the little green socks. And the little paw socks itself will fit inside of that little sock. And it also comes with a base station, so if any alerts are going off on your phone, they're also going to go off mainly on the base station as well. So you set your actual Owlet monitor up through the Wi-Fi in your house, and even if the Wi-Fi isn't working to the app on your phone, it's still going to connect to the base station. And with the Smart Sock 2, they really worked on the range for the base station. Before, it had to be within, I think it was 8 or 10 feet of your baby, which unless you co-sleep in the same room, which we did not, doesn't work well at all, because you won't have the base station if something's wrong with your Wi-Fi close enough to you where you're going to see or hear if there's a problem. But with the Smart Sock 2, Owlet fixed that, so it has a much larger range. It worked much better. So there are 3 notifications that your Owlet monitor can give you. The first is blue, which would mean that your sock is out of range. The second is yellow, which means the sock placement or fitting, something's not right, that it's on your baby, but it can't get an accurate reading. The third notification is the red notification, and that means that either your heart rate or your oxygen level for your baby are out of the normal range. And we did have a couple false alarms with this. One was when my son had his leg up underneath him sleeping, and I think it was cutting off part of the blood flow, so the monitor couldn't read it properly. He was totally fine, but the monitor couldn't get his correct readings. I thought the battery life was great. My son would sleep anywhere between 10 and 12 hours that night, and we never had it wear out. If you do forget to charge it though, it's not going to last a second night. So you want to make sure that you charge it right away as soon as you're done with it for the night. And it does charge fast. It usually only takes an hour or two for it to be charged again. I was really impressed with the accuracy of the heart rate and oxygen levels. When my son was sick and we took him to the pediatrician, I hooked him up to his Owlet right before we left so I could see what his heart rate and his oxygen level was. And when they put the pulse ox on my son at the pediatrician, they actually had the same readings. I think it might have been off by a number or two, but they were very accurate compared to what the Owlet had already told me. So that really impressed me, knowing that it was actually showing me the readings that they were getting at my doctor's office. We actually used the Owlet monitor until our son was kicking too much with his feet and we thought he was going to break it. As a first-time parent, I was really anxious bringing my baby home, and I felt really nervous, and I was constantly watching him breathe. And when he would go to sleep, I was just afraid that he wasn't breathing, and I kind of obsessively look at his chest just to make sure that he was. My husband and I both work in emergency services, and we both responded to calls where children had passed away, sometimes from SIDS, sometimes not. But I think we were just extra paranoid, more so maybe than just your average person, that our baby would stop breathing at some point or have low oxygen or there would be a problem. So for us, that also helped with our peace of mind. I also found that the Smart Sock was really useful and again brought me a lot of peace of mind when we started sleep training, because once we had our baby in a crib on his own, he would frequently flip onto his stomach, and that's actually how he just preferred to sleep. So I couldn't watch his chest anymore to see if he was breathing, but I could look at his Owlet monitor and see his heart rate and his pulse. So this is an example of what it would show when you pull up the app on your phone. It's not on my baby right now, so you won't be able to see the actual real time, but it just pulls up a photo, whatever you've inserted in there for your baby, and it also shows heart rate and oxygen levels for your child, and that's in the live reading section. If you go over to notifications, it will show you if you had any alerts and if you had any disconnections from your base as well. My son also never minded having this sock on his foot. He really didn't pay much attention to it, and he wore footed pajamas, so he wasn't able to actually get to it. There is a subscription called Connected Care that gives you access to analysis of your baby's sleeping patterns and their heart rate and their oxygen levels. I didn't think this was super necessary, but I could definitely see how somebody who maybe had a premature child or a child with a specific health problem related to breathing or their heart may be very interested in tracking that. So that's always an option with Owlet as well. Overall, we were extremely happy with the Owlet. If we have a child in the future, we'll definitely use it again. I thought it was definitely worth the price for the peace of mind that I experienced using it, and I would definitely recommend it to anybody else having a baby. If you also have the Owlet and like it, I would love to hear why in the comments below, or if you have any questions about the Owlet baby monitor, I would also be happy to answer those for you. If you would like to see more videos on baby products and momming type videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.